Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love's Make a Move Season 1 Episode 6, A Big Easy Birthday. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do, real fast, if you enjoyed this video, check out my other content. There's a whole lot of other videos that's there, free for you to enjoy. Watch the video all the way through and like and subscribe if you don't mind. Okay, so we pick up with Ashley. She's sharing that she feels that Stormy was dressed inappropriately. She thinks she had on a freakum dress. She was trying to get her own man instead of being there to support her. Tamika touched on Ashley being insecure. She's like, I don't want to use the word insecure, but basically you acting insecure. And she's questioning why Ashley constantly mentions other women on dates. And she does do that. And then it's like she's doing it to a point where it's like the people aren't believing her when she's talking about Stormy. It's like, oh, well, she's always has an issue with women on dates. When in all actuality, Stormy was inappropriate on her date. She was absolutely flirty. But, Ashley, she mentioned she wants her friends to basically dress down like when it's her moment, like if it's her birthday, don't you come out here outshining her, overdressing her. I just don't think that's fair. Like, I feel like your friends, if they're really your friends, you accept them for who they are, how they dress, you know how they dress. So there's no need to expect anything different. Like, I'm not going to dress down because it's your birthday. As long as you're confident and you dress up, that's all that matters. But Stormy was inappropriate. It wasn't because of her clothing. It was because of her interaction with that man. And that man was also inappropriate. But we're going to get there. So the men arrive. It's time for eliminations. Zadia keeps Cam, of course. And they share a kiss, but we know they've been kissing. Vern lets Jabari go. And she even cried about it. Like, I think she really was invested, but I'm glad she didn't settle. I really don't think Jabari was a good fit. Like, both of them are not going to budge, and they shouldn't have to. You just have to find someone that fits your lifestyle, and they don't fit each other's. Ashley kept Kirsten. Only she and the Lord himself know why. She should have chosen herself. I think she should have just picked herself because I think she didn't want to pick the other guy. That doesn't mean she should have picked Kirsten. Like, she should have picked no one. They actually share a kiss afterwards. And I'm like, girl, this man he doesn't like you. And you deserve a man who is interested and actually likes you. Like, I don't trust him at all. So Charisse, she lets Keith go. That's not surprising. When he said, he finally traveled 2 hours away to Dallas, I was like, it's a wrap from there. The Ready to Love alumni leave, and Tamika says they're throwing a B-Day party for Zadia, so get ready. We gonna turn up, okay? Zadia has a blind date in the next scene with Darius. He's 31. He's a photographer. I think he's a nice looking guy. She says she wants a man who's over 6 foot, athletic, built, this and that. And he walked in and they was like, and I'm like, no, that was mean. I think Cam tall, but I don't know about the rest of it. So he says that he's a photographer. She's like, there's a lot of photographers in the NO. And then he said he's trying to get in something in the medical field. And she said in her confessional with her Michael Jackson gloves that she already got that. She don't need a dupe. There's also a lot of teachers in New Orleans. I'm like, dang, everybody working in the teacher school district professionalism. Y'all know what I mean. But I'm like, dang, teachers and photographers, that's it. Or, something in the medical field. Like, I ain't seen nobody work at the bank. I ain't seen nothing else. Just that. I think that Zadia was a little rude at the end. She like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready to go. Because he said he wants someone who's respectful, this and that. She's like, not loyal. And he's like, they're kind of the same. They're kind of not the same. But she is rude, and I don't know. We know about her previous ways. I don't know if they all the way gone yet. So Charisse has a date with Denzi. I think it's Denzi. 44, a pharmaceutical sales representative. I said, someone get this man a towel. Y'all was just letting the sweat drip from his head ever so. I thought he was like, are you performing at a concert on the stage? What's going on? Okay, keep sweat. So they both enjoy traveling. Like she wants to go to Greece, and he's like, "Ooh, me too. I want to go to wherever in Greece." He said he has his dream job, dream house, and so she likes him. She likes him because he said he wanted to travel, and he would pay to fly her out. Okay, she wants to get flued out. Nothing more, nothing less. Ashley has a blind date with Kenneth. He's 35. He's a high school principal. He kind of reminds me of the guy, like physically. He kind of looks similar to the guy she went out with last time, who she didn't date. I love that he has a New Orleans accent, though. I really do, because I haven't heard it yet. So I'm like, all these guys, I don't know if they're transplants coming from other places, but I haven't heard an accent yet, so I'm glad to hear one. Ashley said that she still speaks to Don daily, so keep that in mind. They both agree on not being in a rush to have children, and they like, at this point, if I don't even have any, that's okay too. Like, I'm fine with that. So Kenneth said that he's only, in the last 10 years, he hasn't been in any relationships, only situationships. Red flag, flag on the play. That's a no. Ashley was like, oh, her antennas went up. She like, situationships. And I'm okay if it made sense. Like, if you're like, I've been single, with me, I'm not rushing anything. Like, I feel like I'm fine with being single at the moment. A toxic relationship will do it to you. Okay. So I feel like if I'm single for a few years, I don't want someone judging me like, oh, you've been single for all these years. But it's like, what were you doing in your single time? Were you focusing on something? Were you just healing from something? What was the reason? Is it because you want something serious? Saying I was just in situationships, like, oh no, he don't sound serious at all. I also wanted him to compliment her, and he didn't. So I didn't really, because she was like, oh, you smell good. And I'm like, she just can't help herself. I mean, at least she wasn't overdoing it, but I'm like, I want somebody to tell her she look good or she smell good or something. Vern says on her date that she feels like she's on her 1,000th blind date, her 1,000th first date. Dating can be exhausting. All these same old questions. What do you like to do? Tell me something about yourself. What do you do for fun? Like, it gets exhausting in the real world. So I know this is like speed dating almost. I know it can be a lot. She has a date with Cantrell, 39, a social worker. He is also a coach, so he enjoys working with the youth. He says he has 2 kids. He shares custody with their mom. And he asks her, like, what are your green flags? And she's like, red flags? And he's like, no, green flags. Like, we always talk about red flags and negativity, but I want to hear some of your green flags. Basically, he asked her, like, what do you like in a man, without asking? Because I like the way he phrased it, but you ain't slick. And I don't like when men say, like, well, what do you like in a man? Because then you tell them so they can, pretend to be that for like the first 3 months or so. No. But I mean, she told him, she's like, I like a good father. And I'm kind of with Renisha at this point. Like, because I have 2 children, I feel like you come with your own. Okay. I don't know if I ever want to have another. I don't want birth for nobody else. I really don't want to give birth to anyone else. I'll be a bonus mom, all that. I don't want to have nobody else. So have your own kids. Plus, I want to see what kind of parent are you? Because, you get with these men and they don't have no kids and they think they would do this and think they would do that. Child, it'll be the worst. Anywho, they both saw loving marriages with their parents and they want the same. Seeing, and a lot of people, especially in our community, don't get to see that. But when you've seen like marriage, it does make a difference in how you view relationships. So Ashley and Zadia are talking. Zadia's trying to find out what she's going to wear and prepare for her birthday party. Because Ashley's like, how old you turning, girl? And she was like 10 plus 18 times 2. Girl, 38. Anyway, Ashley said that she's going to invite Don and Kirsten. Why she's inviting Kirsten, I have no idea. But okay. Because I'm like, do you really like him like that? Or is it like you got something to prove? Like, what is the real reason? You can't like him like that. Like, he is just not all that. I don't know. So we get to Zadia's birthday party. Okay. Somebody play some Beyonce B-Day for her. So all the keepers are invited. And Sharice and Renisha also invited their blind dates. At least one man bought a gift. So shout out to him. Because I'm like, how y'all show up to a birthday party empty-handed, even if we are just filming? Vernisha is speaking to Cantrell, and he's sweating so hard it looks like he's in a sauna, honey. Again, we need to keep towels on deck for these men, okay? Tabari brings her a plate, and he gonna ask Cantrell if he want to play too. I said, ooh, he trying to get him up out of there, okay? So they talking, but Vern feel like Cantrell, or not Cantrell, that Tabari, he got in a joke and play a lot. Like, she don't know about that. I don't mind laugh. I like to laugh, joke, honey, all day long, but I don't like when somebody play too much. Like, you don't know when to quit. Like, it's a time and place for everything. But Cam is nowhere to be found. Cameron, you better be coming with a major surprise for this. He told her that he has to work, so he'll be late due to work. So she's expecting for him to be a little late, but, sir, it's her birthday, okay? Kirsten, surprise, surprise, is also a no-show. He's nowhere to be found. And not only is he nowhere to be found, he did a no-call, no-show. He ghosted her. No text, no nothing. So as she feel away, because she like, I let Don go and Kirsten doing the same thing, please. Don arrives and they say he's been resurrected. But he's so happy and grateful to be back on our TV screens. Like, he's elated. He don't know what to do. He compliments Ashley, tells her she looks amazing and that he missed her and he spun her around. So that was nice to see after seeing her with Kirsten. Because, ooh, child, no. I'd rather see mute Maurice than this. So Sharice blind dates Danzy. He seems to be under the influence, okay? He over there, Harlem shaking, talking about can't stop, won't stop. Next thing you know, he's speaking in fake French. Don't know what he's talking about. He just, sir, we've called you an Uber, okay? It's time to go, okay? Sharice seems turned off, and I would be as well. She seems to be enjoying her keeper, but we see with the clips and the previews for next week that her keeper might have his eyes on somebody else. Cameron is still MIA, and that's where the episode ends. Next week seems like it's going to be really good, so meet me back here. Check out my other videos if you haven't already. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.